G'day. Have you ever noticed how unrealistic it is that oil industry areas and city skylines have all these trucks just shipping the oil from the wells into the processing facilities? Well, I certainly have, so today I'm going to show you how to create some functional pipes using some of the common mods for the game. We're using a variety of networks and props from the workshop, mostly this asset pack from Buddy Dia, which I'll link in the description. Just going to use Anarchy to make it look like these pipes are coming straight out of the well. Snapping to the fence here. Place it there. Just use move it to make it look like it's coming into the back of this storage facility. There we go. All of this is just purely aesthetic, it's not part of the function. That comes later. So for this next well, I'll go across the road. And then I'll use Network Multi-Tool to create a node. And I'll shift that node in under the road. It probably makes sense to have the pipe go under the road rather than over it, because that's less of a deviation, won't cost as much. There we go. Now, I'm using these storage buildings from Avanya in the workshop. I'll just connect the pipe into here. I need it to go up and into the tank, so I'll create an elevated segment. Shift that in with move it using the keyboard. Oops, too far. Back to about there. Just shift this in a little bit. There we go. It looks better. Now I'll shift the other segment in through the fence and right up to the edge of the pipes. Speaking of Ivania, she actually has some nice props that you can use to make the pipes, facility pipes, go over the roads. Pretty cool. Actually, I could just use one of these props made by Ivania to make it look like these pipes are going underground, which is probably unrealistic for crude oil, but if this was coal seam gas, I think underground piping is probably sensible. I'll be using building spawn points mod now for the functionality part. So the first step is we'll remove trucks from the default spawn point of the building, and then we'll add a second spawn point, which will be for the cargo trucks, and then we'll shift that one all the way up to the storage building. Just bear with me while I move the cargo truck spawn point. Moving into this little tank. Alright, second step, we'll add a second cargo spawn point inside that same tank to accept the deliveries. Okay, so third step is to find a suitably small road that we can use and hide that inside the tank. Too big. Gravel small road. Smaller segment as you can do, and I'll use move it to shift it inside the tank. It'll just barely fit in these. Fits easier in the larger tanks. Can't even see it. There we go. We have a functional pipe. I'll have to go do this to link together all the other extractors to the storage and then all the other processes to the storage, and we'll see how the traffic looks. Hey, far fewer trucks. The only ones we have now are those doing importing and exporting to the facility. And you can do the same thing for conveyors. Just get a conveyor belt prop like this one from Avanya on the workshop and use it to link a unique factory to a storage facility. Maybe the storage facility is accepting the unique factory products and exporting it, or maybe the warehouse is the one that supplies the raw materials to the unique factory. So that's it for me. Let me know in the comments if you have a cool idea to use this trick in your city.